So Mase calls out Diddy for bad business practices, saying that, if you want to be one of these people that are empowering artists, because Diddy had an award, a speech at the awards, the Grammy Awards, saying, he's for artist empowerment, artist first, and all this stuff. So Mase went on IG and challenged that and said, Diddy had bad business practices. He had his publishing for 24 years just to give him 20,000, and all sorts of mess, saying, you did bad by the artist, and if you're going to try to be for artists now, that you have to clean up your bad record of bad, because we already know Bad Boy had broke artists after broke artists after broke artists after shelved artists after disappeared artists after all sorts of bad business practices. We all know that this is in Diddy's past when it comes to his management of artists, but you could really say that for any record label or any exec that's ever been in the game. When you really look at everybody's situation, from the smaller artists to the larger artists to the top artists, like, they've all had problems with their record label, feeling like they're underpaid, they're not being paid right, there's some sort of business practice going wrong, there's money being missed. There's all, in mostly every case in the past 20 years, there's biggest group, smallest group, middle of the pack, anything in the music industry, you hear of someone getting robbed of money. Whether it be Lil Wayne looking at Birdman like, where's my money? And Birdman's his father figure. But still, when it comes to business and management, and when it comes to hip-hop and structures of contracts and money, shit always gets fucked up. Birdman has his history from other artists, but when you really look at it and you go down the line, you look at Dame Dash and these guys calling out Hove, calling out Jay-Z for certain bad business things that he did with Rockefeller in the past. It's like, when you go down the line and you really look into everything, you have Lear Cohen, certain people mad at him for business, even G-Unit had their problems with certain artists feeling like 50 could have give them more, when 50 was very accommodating to a lot of these artists, and people still bitch. They'll find a way to find a problem with their contract. But for me, it always comes down to your initial agreement. A lot of artists see these bags and see these advances, and they fuck up, and they don't really go through their contract or see what stipulations they're actually being put through, and they end up bitching at the end. But they could have handled their business initially at the start, but a lot of them come from a place of desperation. So it's like, the best, like, for me, Diddy had that artist empowerment speech, but it means more today than it meant 20 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, because 10, 15 years ago, you're not buying that shit because of the way the music industry was. It was set up for a lot of labels and a lot of management to take advantage of artists. Nowadays, it's a lot more easy for an artist to be independent and maneuver through their career. So if you're getting finessed out of a bag nowadays, you're kind of just doing bad business, because you can easily get your shit on Spotify, Apple Music, and do whatever you need to do as an independent artist and be successful without the record label. So nowadays, artist empowerment is way different because of the streaming era and the era we're in.